So there's a thing that I don't like on most filofaxes, and it really gets on my, well, shall we say, it gets in the way. There we go. And it's pen loops. Now, there are good pen loops and bad pen loops, but I generally don't use them because, okay, you can have a Filofax pen or something similar with a smaller diameter than the average regular pen, but I don't really use Filofax pens. I prefer a Pilot G2, and as most people will know, the Filofax pen loops do not fit a pen this thick, this wide. So here we go. Oh well, we're in shot now. Okay, it's not going to fit. It's not going to fit. Although I have been known to modify a G2 so that it will fit. I mean, I can't believe that I modify pens to fit pen loops, but it is the way it is. So, is there another way? Well, for me, what I do is there one here? No, it's not even in my. I haven't got one fitted at the moment in my Guildford Mini Extra Slim, which is my everyday carry, my EDC. But what I do normally is fit a small cut down pencil into the rings so that you can open the Filofax, and it doesn't work very well with mini Filofax, but it's okay because I'm not flicking through this Filofax in a way that you would normally do on a Filofax. It is just like a data entry tool, an inbox if you like, when I'm out and about, and that's okay. I can live with that. But when it comes to in this case a Filofax Sherwood, this one I've had for just over 29 years. I've said that many times before. There are times when I generally keep this on my desk, either in my what I euphemistically call a studio or downstairs on my kitchen table. But it generally stays in the house, and I always have a pen somewhere or other. In fact, right now downstairs I've probably got about 100 pens. So it's not an issue to just reach for a pen, reach for your Filofax and get the job done. But just occasionally you may not have a pen near your Filofax. So, hence the reason why pen loops in Filofaxes have been popular for many years. Most people use the pen loops, I'm sure, but I am not a fan. I'm definitely not a fan. But the other day I was you've probably this Filofax has been featured several times in videos recently, and you will notice that there is no pen in the pen loops. But there is a pen, and I've deliberately positioned it today so that you can actually see it more clearly. Let me explain. So as you can see, it is inside the rings. But here's the thing. I can shake that about. There we go. Oh, it did fall out. It did fall out. Well, the idea was it wasn't supposed to fall out, but under normal circumstances, that pen is not gonna fall out, because there is a slight addition to this Filofax. So let's have a look. So I'll take my pen out and let me go to the back of the binder, and then I'll open the rings, and then I will take out this. Now this was a Filofax ruler. It is now a pen holder. So with a craft knife, with care, do this at your own risk, I have cut it down. Now, I'm not going to give you the dimensions because it will vary depending on whether you have a Filofax with one type of ring or another. It's not going to work on anything smaller than 7/8 rings or 23mm rings, but it may work with larger rings. But what I have is I've pared it down to the extent that it will fit inside the rings, and I'm going to put it in a way that allows me to fit my pen. So there we go, it's in there. It does not affect the operation of, when I say operation, it's not like a machine, is it? But from a mechanical point of view, the last thing you want is for the rings to be, the paper turning backwards and forwards, to be inhibited in any way. So, but I'm just turning it over to Q because I've got nothing in Q. But you can see the pages work absolutely fine. There is no inhibition here. So, let's fit it with the pen. So I'm just fitting it in the pen. I'm fitting it there, so you can see that I've got it positioned so that I've cut it in such a way that I can either have it long or short, either just inside the pen, the rings, so that you can't see it, or just outside so that you can insert it and remove it at will. I prefer it this way because of two reasons. One is, and we're going into details here, but details are good, right? So one advantage is the pen it just disappears from view, and it's there, but it's only there if you find that you haven't got another pen. So it's just there. And the other reason is because if you want to open your rings, having the pen just so, it doesn't stop you opening the rings in any way. So let's do that experiment again, where I'm going to take a chunk. I'm going to go to Q again because I don't have anything Q. So, and we turn it over. Oh, I'm kind of not giving myself a good demo here, but you can see that perhaps if you turn over a whole chunk of pages, there is some resistance, but I can turn them over and it's more or less perfectly all right. So I don't notice it. Certainly, if I I'm not going to turn over an individual page because then I'll try these at the beginning because they're just blank paper. Okay, so you can see that I can turn over a page. Let me move that wire out of the way. So I can turn over these pages at will, and there's no resistance to the pages. It doesn't stop me turning over pages at all. So that is, I suppose you could call that a hack. Everybody likes a hack, don't they, when they're doing something? And we as Filofax users aren't any different to that. So that is my hack. I've got a few more to share with you, maybe in the coming weeks. But a hack is a hack. So I think in the grand scheme of things, that is a good one. Anyway, I hope you found that interesting. It may be that somewhere in the world or in the next street, someone's already thought of that and they've done it already, but they just haven't got around to telling me. But I'm quite pleased with that one. I really like that, and it means that I have a pen, but I don't have to use these pen loops, which I just don't like using them. In fact, I'm so tempted to cut them off, but I think it would detract from the Filofax as as a thing, so I just leave them. They're just appendages that I don't use. Anyway, I'm waffling now. Okay, thank you very much for watching. We're down, we're gone. Bye.